Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. As the General gets back underway with all its oil wagons going back to the oil well to pick up a bunch more oil, and let's see what comes along out of this. So last time out we made this route the $1 million profit oil line. It is making a lot of money. We have over 4 million in the bank now. However, as you can see, we've got two problems. Problem number one is that we still cannot get enough oil or refined oil to this fuel refinery. So you can see that the stacks have started or stopped billowing out smoke, which means that the oil refinery is no longer functioning. And over to the left hand side, there will be another train pulling in, I'm sure, in a few moments with some refined oil, but it is not enough. Somebody in the comments box did point out that this is a 2-to-1 ratio. Indeed, you are correct. What are we going to do to improve this? Well, we have two things to do. First of all, we need to find a way to get the fuel to Miami in a shorter period of time. And then secondly, we need to increase the throughput of oil that goes through this station. So, over the next episode, we're going to be getting on with that. We've got plenty of money to spend. Make sure you stay tuned. Okay, so taking a look here, we've got 20 fuel already ready to go to Miami. We've got 4 being picked up, and we've got 8, 12, 16, 20 there. Now, by the time that gets here, though, as you can see, we've now got 22, 23. So, as a matter of fact, we are very slowly stacking up on fuel over here. And you can see here we're doing okay with 35 out of 35. We do need to be ensuring we're making more money. So how are we going to do this? Well, the first thing we're going to do is ensure that this can get to Miami better. I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at the money that we have. I thought, what better way to get the fuel in except by train? So we're going to get some trains in here. Now this is going to make it rather interesting because, as you can see, the center of Miami is here. I intend on having a train station either here or here. But either of those are going to revolve around or are going to have the consequence of destroying some houses. So the question is, where do we do it? Now the first thing I'm thinking is Easter egg. The first thing I'm thinking is that over here would be a good place because obviously the housing is what runs the city. However, it does mean the oil line has to loop around like so. On the other hand, we could bring the oil line in here and that shouldn't cause too much of a problem. In addition to that, I've realised that I could have a passenger station here. I put a passenger station with a cargo drop-off point, and we'll have the oil line coming to the cargo drop-off point, and we can have a route going from Laredo, I think, over and around into this passenger station, and from here we can actually go two ways. We could go peel off to New Orleans, Baltimore, McAllen, sort of that way. Maybe even peel off towards Port St. Lucie, Springfield and Huntsville. That's probably not a good one to do, actually. That one's going to be bad. We need to do Santa Ana. We can also go from Miami, Oceanside and Murrieta, both of which require fuel. And we've got the passenger line going to Concord, perhaps skipping Norwalk, Concord, Memphis, Clearwater, Newport News, Elgin, Billings, maybe somehow to, I don't know, perhaps somehow to New York City. So we've got quite a lot that we could potentially do. So I think this side is the best side to go for. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to have a passenger modular passenger station, making all the use of these modular stations. And what I intend to do with this is to have this roughly in the middle, and we're going to stick a road at the back. As a matter of fact, let's stick the road in first. That's probably a better idea. That way we get to see where the road's going to be and what buildings are going to be removed. So if we stick the road in there, right, that's not ideal. Perhaps we can stick the road... Ooh, actually, what if I did that? That could be better. I think I'll do that. Then I can have the station here, and I'm sure houses will build up here. Or, alternatively, I can have these things, which should quite nicely fit in here. I certainly hope they do. So we'll do that. Let's pause this. And let's get... First of all, let's get a bus tram station stuck in here. Like so. And I'm actually going to do this to it. Because I feel like this is going to be useful for us. Given the size that this city could potentially grow to. So I'm going to do that. That covers a fair amount at Miami Holt. Which is not what I want it to be called, but it will have to do. Then I'm going to get the railway in. A small, I say, modular passenger station, which sits in rather nicely there. I think that's an acceptable location for a station. Perfect. It calls it Miami Annex. That's not what I'm going to call it. This is Miami. There we go. Perfect. In addition to that, though, I am going to configure this to have... you see, now, why has that caused all sorts of problems? Don't understand. I thought I moved that far enough along. Or I moved that far enough along. Okay, new plan. It's okay, we'll spend some money on this. Now, admittedly, the station is going to have to be rather large, because there are going to be a few trains coming in and out. Not so many, but a few. So perhaps I should go ahead and do this to it. Like so. Oh, that does make quite a hole in the ground. That's interesting. I'm going to have to demolish that. Sorry. And bring this down all the way around. That's a bit better. Interesting. We're going to have to demolish this road too. Okay, there's Miami Station now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure it and actually remove a few little bits and bobs of it, just for now. So I'm going to leave just that much, and then I'm going to add in a track like so. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to have. We'll work on that in a moment. We'll do a... How do I do a platform? Cargo platform, that's it. There. And a small Should I do a cargo building? I can't see that's working. See, the issue here is that by doing that, it blocks off all of these, which is annoying. I wish it didn't do that. But then I suppose that's where you have to add in the additional railway. I think. Let's demolish you. I'm going to try something here. Configure. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try something. Ah, that's how you do that. Okay. And I feel like, for now, that could potentially do. I feel like that could potentially do for us. Which means that doesn't mean I can... What would happen if I demolished these two? Ah! Okay, I see. And then I assume I cannot build any tracks. Yes, I see. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and demolish you again, because I don't want to. You're causing too much headache. We shall have... we shall have that on this side. There we go. That looks fairly reasonable for Miami. Wait, what? Why have you called yourself Miami Exchange? How do I change that name? Ah. Right. That's an interesting one. How do I change that name? I do not know. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and stick yet another street in. And now this is where I'm going to have to flatten to... this is where it's going to cost now. Okay. But we have the money to do this. That should then allow me to pop a street in. Which should be one of these. Ah, right, okay, hold on. Can I bring that a little bit closer? There we go. That's looking fairly reasonable in terms of distance. Like so. And would you kindly go over there and kindly continue in this direction with another street. Happily going along in this direction. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our station. That's looking all right. Next up, create the first lines out. Train track. There it is. Okay. That's not bad. We do have 3 buildings being removed. There's nothing we can do about that. And it's going to cost 280,000. Right. Looking at the contours, where do I want this to be going? Up, along here, and along there. That should be okay. That should be, in theory, okay. So we'll take it. There's the first one. Good. I can live with that. And this is where it's going to get interesting. at 100,000 for that embankment. Perhaps we cannot do much about it. Okay, I will take that. And then what would it say to being connected here? I could literally put another platform or another railway right here, a railway line right there for a short train if I wanted to. Right? Can I? I think so. I'm going to try. I might as well. Ah, yes, I can. So this would use the exact same platform, I assume. So if I do that and then go cargo platform there. Okay, these modular platforms are pretty cool. Or modular stations, should I say. They are pretty cool. And then connect that for 100? I don't see any problem there. I'll take it. Lovely. Perhaps a bit of smoothing. Maybe. Just about. Yes. Just smooth up this area. So spend a couple of 100,000 smoothing. That's leveling. Well done. Spend even more money leveling. And then a whole bunch smoothing it again. Perfect. Well, how about here? Yeah, let's do a little bit here. There we go. Small embankments. Definitely smooth around here. And here. Fantastic. Okay. So, this is a single platform oil line because we're going to have a single train running here. The length of the train is going to be 80 meters, which means that it should be able to carry how much per run? Only 35. Ah, that might be a problem. No, hold on, we could make it slightly more than 80 meters, I think. Or we could run 2. No, that would still be faster than these. So you go over there and you do whatever you need to do. Now, in addition to that... Oh yeah, we said we can't make... Can we make this any longer? Perhaps give it a little bit more. Hang on a second. Platforms. No. No, we can here. Oh, we can't because I'm stupid. That would have been possible. That would have been possible, so I have to do that. Pardon me one moment, whilst I configure a train station and add in more platforms. There we go. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Add in the platform in the correct place. How about that? That would be useful. And add in the track. That would also be very useful. Now we'll go ahead and... Please don't be a mess. No, that should be okay. He says, knowing that his luck's probably going to... Oh no, my luck didn't. My luck held out. My luck most certainly held out. Good, take it. Okay, now we have a much longer platform. We should be able to bring in a fair amount of resources in one go. What we also need to do is stick in a truck station, though perhaps not one of quite, well, not one that big. I mean, it looks lovely, but perhaps not one that big at all. Now that size I can work with. There you go. Don't see any particular issues with that. I'll stick that in and see what it takes. But that I'm sure I can work with. Configure. Can I do this? They come in this way. No, wait. Which side of the road do they drive on? That side. So they need to come in this way. That's what they need to do. Now that's going to demolish everything, isn't it? So they leave this way. Or there. No, let's say there. They leave there. And we'll demolish just one tiny bit there. And they enter there where the construction is not possible. So they'll enter there instead. There you go. How's that looking? Ugly. Extremely, extremely ugly. How's this happened? I do not know. Well, we'll fix it in time. We shall certainly fix it in time. But we now have a valid fuel route. So now what we need to do is we just need to get a train on this line. That's easier said than done, given our depot is there. I suppose I could peel this line off like that, or just make another depot. What's so hard about making another depot? And perhaps if I make the depot in the right place, i.e. here, if there was any other line coming in, we can cross them into... Yeah, that will do. This is going to be the depot that services a number of places. Depot. Thank you. There we go. And... should that be necessary? That's going that way, that's going that... Yeah, that will do. That will do nicely. This will have to double track eventually, due to the depot. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's get this route in. So we're going to go... What was that noise? That's new. Miami to... That's definitely a new noise. I'm calling this... now, you see... I'm going to have to rename this one to... Refined Oil. Because this line is going to become FRRW Miami Fuel. Okay. So now we have fuel. The fuel line is also going to be one of these purple colours. There we go. All new noises coming in. There we go. That's pretty good. I will then... Right, how do I do this? What I need is I need to move all of these over into a new place. Because at the moment, that's not going to do what it needs to do. Given that the fuel supply... How do I find the fuel supply? I've forgotten how to do that. Oh, it's when I'm building things, isn't it? It comes up. What's it when I'm building? There we go. Yeah, you can see the fuel supply is all up here, and this thing clearly is not going to do such a thing. So the first thing I can do is adjust this route and add in a station there. So it goes there first. That's going to drop what's going on. However, these lot are going to pick up the final lot, whilst this train, which I'm about to buy, which is going to cost us the rest of our money, is going to run everything else. There we go. 7 of those. So it can carry 49 to start with. In fact, no. Let's play this. Let's make up the money first. I'm going to get one that can carry more than that. Come on. 2.2 million. That's not going to give us enough. We need a little bit more, please. In the meantime, while we're waiting, whilst we wait, let's have a look at Concord. See anything that's going on. That's still poor. We're still losing. This is not an easy one to run. I don't like this. I feel like I need to change this train station and move it there. That's where I want. I think I'm going to have to move the entire train station. Maybe that can be our next project. Move the entire train station. Why not? Let's go back to here. Here comes another train. This is going to bring in a nice chunk of money. Very quickly, please. We need to see this running before the end of the episode. Very quickly. No dilly-dallying. This should bring in a little bit of money too. What we're going to get here? 800,000 in total. 645 and 87. About 8. Not really 800,000, but close enough. Okay, now let's go ahead and try this. The general, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 70 in one go. That sounds like that's doable. So if we can get 70 in one go, that will work for us. That's essentially the same size as the other ones. I might as well take it. And then if it doesn't work, we'll do something. Or, actually, we'll go for 56. Because if we can get it shuttling forward and back properly. Done. You are now going to run on the Miami fuel route. Off you go. What? What's this? Passenger stop cannot be used by cargo vehicles. No. This is a passenger. This isn't a passenger stop. This is what? Excuse me? Pause. Configure. Who said this was a... This was not a passenger stop at all. You tell me what passenger route goes there now. I see. Give me the route. Manage line. Oh dear. There we go. I think something went slightly awry there. There we go. Now try, please. I'm not entirely sure why it's done that. I'm going to have to figure out what's happened. But, as you can now see, fuel is now starting to stock up here, which is good. Not a lot, but it's a start. And certainly there's a lot less now going there. I think. 12, yep. There's 10 here now. 11. As long as we can get rid of this, which is what I'm planning to do. And as soon as that's gone, we're changing out the line. It's 20 waiting here. Also, I'm going to look at a possible picture here. Once again. Because this is now starting to look pretty nice. There we go. So that's now going to pick up some fuel. Not a lot, but some. There you go, it's picked up 20. But this has run out of all fuel. Which is also important. Only 2 to go. And as soon as that's done, we'll be out and about. But that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for watching. Something's clearly not quite gone to plan here, but we'll have to see. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Transport Fever 2, where hopefully this route will be better, running better, and we're going to increase the number of trains going to and fro, or the length of the train going to and fro here, so that we can actually have a more efficient fuel line. I'll see you guys then.